Hey, Kenny, how's it going today?
All right, good. I just set up for a presentation, and I start in about 30 something minutes.
Okay, good. Well, we'll keep it short and sweet, but we're so happy to have you on with us today. Of course, we just had you in town with Joe Satriani, and that was amazing. And what a fun tour, right?
Yeah, incredible. Yep.
Yeah.
We did 150 shows. It was first Joe Satriani, 10 weeks in Europe, 10 weeks in USA. Then G3 with Satriani, Eric Johnson, and Steve Vai, and then we did the Steve Vai Joe Satriani tour for 8 weeks, and somehow came
Wow,
out to 150 shows.
that's
and and
amazing.
and the G3 is it's just got mixed. It's going to be a CD, and then they're going to do a. It's going to be part of also a documentary of G3 for the many years it's existed.
That's incredible. Well, tell us about the event at Guitar Center tonight, because you're doing a few of them.
Yeah, I'm doing three. I'm going to put this stand down here.
Sure.
Oh, this is great. Sure, yeah. This way I don't
All
have.
right. Much better.
So um, the Guitar Center thing is what it is. I was approached. It's Thomas' 50th anniversary. I've been with them 42 years of their 50 years. Played their drums, and they coupled with Guitar Center, honoring Tama for 50 years. And I did some very involved videos talking about this Mirage kit, this acrylic kit that's right there.
Wow.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm playing, and did my first one last week in San Diego. Today is in Arlington or Dallas, Texas, and next
Yes.
week in Atlanta. And it's a combination of, as you can see, I have a deck back there. It's a combination of a drum clinic, but also a lot of inspirational stuff. It's a whole show. It's all worked out. It's
Yeah.
not some sort of free form thing. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's like about 90 minutes
Yeah.
long, but
Oh, that's
I rehearse it. Like I talk about things like RPS, which is a certain thing I came up with, which is called the repetition of any skills of preparation for success, which is kind of like the Tom Brady or any great athlete or any great businessman or anybody who's great at what they do. It's a repetition of a skill over and over. Even on days off, I do a 2 hour workout to
yeah.
make sure that I maintain the level I want to be. You know.
That's amazing. Of course, people have been looking up to you for years, and you make it look so easy, and it's certainly not. And there's so
Yeah.
much that goes into it. But what kind of advice do you give to those kids that are there watching you, going, "I want to do what you do"?
Well, just what I said, RPS. You
Yeah,
want to be good? You know, it's zero equals zero. If you do nothing, you get nothing. Remember that. If you do nothing, you get nothing. It's like a math equation. And nobody's
yeah,
born successful. And I'm not the most talented drummer in the world. You know, I mean, you know, I'm not the greatest drummer in the world, but I'll spend the rest of my life trying to be as great as I can be, and that means you have to apply yourself every day. You can't set it and forget it. You can't just get good and expect that it sticks. We're not robots, so you have to work on it. And if you're not as good as you want to be, then you have to put in more time. It's that simple. Put in more
yeah.
time. And that
I
applies to
love it.
everything. Yeah. And yeah, I do make it look easy. And I mean, I have musicians that are great that go, wow, you still practice? Don't you know the show? Yeah, I know the show, but the reason why I know it so well is I practice it every day before I go on stage.
Wow,
I mean, on
that's
the Joe
amazing.
Satriani, I do a 2 hour workout. I practice the first three songs. I even
Mhm.
practice the count off. In case you get
Wow,
distracted, I know what the count off is. And then I practice the last song.
that's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of high achievers, my co-host Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went to
Oh,
Hall of Fame. Yeah. Hmm.
I know too who he is. I'm a big
Yeah.
NFL fan.
Yeah, oh, good. So,
Big
so you'll
NFL
like
fan.
this. He wanted me to make sure that I asked you your Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life and career you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
I've had many of them, but
Yeah.
one of them was I had to go for it, and I won the Super Bowl, which was the first big one was when I was in college. My senior year at Indiana University School of Music, 5th year of college, studying and majoring in classical music, music performance, and I had spent 365 days 1 year learning this one violin concerto on marimba, which was a virtuoso violin concerto that Itzhak Perlman did in his show. But as a performance major, this was one of 4 pieces I had to perform in my recital, and it was so good that my teacher asked me to audition for a concerto competition. I won. So basically, what that means, I played this violin concerto on marimba with a 60-piece orchestra in an opera hall the size of the New York Met in New York. Completely memorized, scared shitless, and I'd never been in front of an orchestra or in front of a crowd up front. I'm always in the back, and absolutely terrified. I'm only 22 years old, and
Wow.
it was a Hail Mary, and all that practicing and all that hard work paid off because I crushed it, but I was scared shitless at the same time.
Yeah.
But when I got to the very end, which is where you have this big piece part where you show off your massive technique, and it was like, here it goes. Everybody's waiting for that moment, and here I go, and I went for like 60 seconds or more, and I crushed it. So that was a Hail Mary for me. That was unbelievable.
Ah, that's so great. Well, right now we're at 9 Kitchen and Lounge here in Dallas, which is owned by Matthew Judon, who's current New England Patriots, number 9 on the Patriots. And so, another man committed to excellence. And so, he was wondering your success mindset. Is there something that you keep in mind or a mantra that keeps you on the right path, even when things are tough?
Absolutely. I believe in myself, and at this point, I've had so much experience that I understand when shit, just like football, I make these analogies all the time.
Yeah.
You may have rehearsed a play, but when that ball is hiked, you have to be able to adapt and adjust, or you will die. So if I were Tom Brady or a quarterback, and we got 3 minutes and I've got to score 14 points, if I get sacked on a play, I just brush it off and think of my trajectory, my North Star, which is touchdown. I know that if I don't brush it off, that amount of percentage of energy going to that negative fuck you attitude will distract from 100% effort to get the touchdown. So I'm so aware of that if something happens that I don't wish had not happened, and it may be out of my control because there's a lot of other musicians there, I just brush it off, and I'm always thinking of my trajectory. Touchdown. And I believe in that method so much that I keep my cool, I keep my calm, and it ain't over till it's over, and I just stay positive. My mindset is stay positive. I know that works in my favor, so I stay positive even if things are not going right. And I am the player and the coach. I coach myself to stay positive, brush that negative stuff off. I believe in brushing that off and staying on the trajectory, which is to get the touchdown.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. I love that attitude. And
Let me add one thing. People say,
Sure.
do you ever get nervous, like when I do like the Kennedy Center Honors or Saturday Night Live live? I said, not at all anymore. I just get real serious and focused because I know stuff can go wrong. It's up to me to solve the problem and get the touchdown, and I believe in that so much, and I get it done.
Yeah, but as serious as you are about the music, you still have fun out there. I see you out there. You're having the best time in the world, right?
Absolutely, because music, it makes me feel good mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And I realize that the ripple effect of my joy affects everybody in the room. And that joy is not an act, that's real. That joy is real. So I'm serious, but I'm having fun.
Oh, that's great. And of course, people like to ask you about all the artists that you played with, and John Mellencamp and Smashing Pumpkins, and all the greats, and John Fogerty. Who are the people that they want to know about the most?
Oh my God, there's so many of them. I mean,
Yeah,
Sting, Paul McCartney, Elton John, Bon Jovi, Melissa Etheridge, Chris Cornell from Audioslave, Steven Tyler, Don Henley, and all these people. A lot of them I played at the Kennedy Center Honors, and they're humbled to be there because it's not their PA, it's not their band, it's not their anything. The greats are very, very, very humbled and very, very they feel appreciative of where they are. So all these people I named, and I'm leaving off a lot.
Yeah.
Billy Gibbons, I play with Billy Gibbons all the
Yeah.
time. I mean, these people are beautiful, wonderful people. They're incredible.
Yeah. That's incredible. I love that. And before we let you go, of course, we got to find out what else you got coming up because I know you got all kinds of things going at all times, right?
Well, when I get done with this, I'll be in my hotel room getting ready to record 10 songs, 10 or 12 songs for 5 different artists. And then I will go right into practicing for the next show. I have to keep my skill level up. Plus, I'm always dealing with new other sessions coming up. I have speaking gigs. I have an
Yes.
inspirational speaking business, so I'm rehearsing that every day. I got to stay physically fit, and
Yeah.
then I've got tours already. I'm talking about next year. Joe
Okay.
Satriani, Steve Vai. I mean, this is. I got Sammy Hagar. I got Sammy Hagar shows, 4 coming up in October, and starting in July, I'll start rehearsing those. And then calls coming all the time. I mean, it's just endless.
Wow.
I have a podcast called the Kenny
Yeah.
Aronoff Sessions. Constantly, I'm going to relaunch that. I've got a wine coming out, Uncommon Wine 2, from a Napa Valley winery called Smith Devereaux. That's coming out in August. We've got to get that. We're going to do a launching party for that. I mean, it's just, and then, it just goes on and on and on.
I love that. Well, last thing then, of course, you're in the great state of Texas. You're in Dallas. It's a fun place. Are you going to get to do anything fun? It's Dallas centric. Any deer, barbecue, anything like that while you're here?
I hope so.
Yeah, good.
We'll see if these Texas boys take me out and get me liquored up and eating some real meat. I'm a meat eater, man. That ain't from
Yeah,
fucking
look at
that
that.
ain't that ain't vegetables.
That's right. Well, hey, they've got a great thing here called the Cowboy Steak. It's huge and it's got cowboy, but it's wonderful. So if they don't take you out, we'll send a car. You got to come here.
Ooh, I got your cell now. I may be calling you.
You should. All right,
I
that sounds
might be
great.
calling you.
All right,
Awesome,
well,
man.
we'll so happy to get to catch up with you. Congratulations on everything. Love all the positivity
Thank you.
and look forward to seeing you very, very soon. And have fun tonight.
I will. Thank you very much. And you tell your football boys there, I appreciate them. I've been to 11 Super Bowls with
Oh
the owner.
yes,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
I'm a big NFL guy. My room is looking right at the
That's right.
Cowboy Stadium, and I'm just loving every minute of it.
Uncle Jerry's looking right back at you.
Yeah,
We love
man.
it.
All right, man.
Well, good.
Take
Well, then
care.
come down and have dinner with Matthew Judon tonight. So that'd be
Oh
great.
man, I might be calling you up.
All right, sounds good, Kenny. I'll see you soon. Thank you.
See
Okay,
you
bye bye.
guys. All right, bye.